Welcome back, everybody, to the October Country Comics Podcast. Will is frantically trying to change the dials on the receiver here because he left them way too high.
So you're not peaking them.
So hey, everybody, we're glad to be back. We had a week off because of Labor Day.
It was a hiatus.
Woo woo.
A hiatus.
I feel like hiatus though.
That's like
is
a long, that's like a couple
People
months.
go
weeks.
we're
That's not
taking a
true.
hiatus.
We did. We took a week-long hiatus while we negotiated my contract.
You don't have a contract.
That's it. I'm out of here.
You work for Comics and Soda.
I bought my own soda.
I guess you're not good at negotiating, then, are you?
Where's my lawyer, Kyle?
Kyle's not a lawyer.
I'd have him represent me in a court of law.
Yeah?
Yeah, I totally would.
You hear that, Kyle? You can become a lawyer for Steve, just for Steve.
Just for me.
That's what you should go back to school for. Law.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
Attorney at law.
Actually, I'm
Steve's
pretty
attorney at
sure he
law.
took law classes while he was in the military.
Yeah?
You want me
I'm
to
pretty
text him and find out?
No, I'm pretty sure. I think he did that in psychology classes.
I believe the psychology. Hardcore.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like, law would kind of be necessary.
Like, considering what he, yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we're back. We took off for Labor Day. Slow news week last week anyway. So you weren't missing much. We missed talking to you though.
Yeah.
We
talking
missed
to you.
Reaching out on the
Lovely people.
airwaves and
I missed you listening to me.
Right on the internet.
No.
I've missed those cold nights where I have time to just go and watch the viewership slowly climb up on our podcast videos on YouTube.
Wow.
It's been a rough week.
Oh.
dude, you gotta get out more.
Who hurt you, and why didn't it take?
All right.
Give credit where credit is due. Come
That was
on,
from
man.
Community.
Who said it?
Oh my God, why can't Annie?
Yeah, there we
Annie
go.
says
All right,
it.
cool.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Oh, get out.
Cool. Yep. Any.
Let's get into this news.
All right. Well, no. Before
new
we get into
releases.
everything, everybody. Today is
The
September.
day we're recording it.
The day we're recording it. Today is Tuesday. It's Tuesday night. It is also September 11th. And we just wanted to take a minute to remember all those who were lost 17 years ago on this day. I know that it was a scary time for me. I mean, I was in school.
Yeah.
Kids were getting pulled out of class. They weren't even telling us anything.
No.
My uncle called out of work that day. Thank God he worked at the Pentagon.
That was
In that section, that got hit.
That was also the day that I became the Queen of England. We were in lunch, and the one teacher got cable in her room. Don't ask why. It was the opposite fourth grade. And she always had the news on while they were working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the wrong day to have the news on. And the kids saw it, so we ate
Whoa.
lunch, and my best friend was in the other class. And he said, what happened? And I looked at him and said, if that happened, I'm the Queen of England. So from now on, I'd like to be addressed as Your Majesty.
Nice.
Really?
That's literally what happened, though.
No,
Like,
I know, but you're
yeah,
really.
that
I'm never
literally-
gonna call you Your Majesty
And I literally
ever.
sat there and I was like, well, crap. Like, I
Yeah,
remember
I
being
mean,
like,
what-
whoa.
Well, I own England now.
Yeah,
Hooray.
I own England. What the hell am I going to do with this?
Yeah, no, I mean it was definitely a
day.
time. I mean that's yeah,
Yeah.
craziness. So listen, yeah, we just want to take a minute to remembrance for all those lost on 9/11. Since we're recording on 9/11, I figured it'd be the most respectful thing for us to do. Everyone else won't be listening to this for another couple of days, but the sentiment is there. Hashtag never forget.
I got to tell someone to get off my line today because of 9/11.
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, someone literally felt the need to tell me it was all a sham. And I
Oh my
looked at him
God.
point blank and I said, sir, your transaction is done here. You can leave. And
Was his
we left it
transaction
at that.
actually done, or were
Yeah,
you
no, it was done.
Oh, okay.
He
People
was
are-
one of those like weird ones that like it never happened.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was my fun-filled day.
Yeah, because
I'm like, really?
Anyway, yeah. So people suck.
Which movie was it where at the twist at the end it was 9/11? There's a movie.
Oh, that was the Robert Pattinson movie.
Yeah, where it's like it just follows this.
I forgot what the movie was
It's like
called.
a normal. It's like a rom-com or something, and he's going around. He's with his family, and at the end, the camera just pans up, and he's looking straight at an airplane headed for the tower.
That
he's
is
in.
weird.
Because he's in the Twin Towers on 9/11.
Ironically enough, I'm actually reading a book that 9/11 has a decent chunk of importance.
Yeah. Well, so
Dr. Sleep.
Wow.
I don't think it was advertised though. Like that's
that's
literally the ending of the movie is 9/11.
Well,
That's
that was the thing. That's the thing that because the whole thing was it was like. I didn't watch it, but I remember people telling me about it. It was basically I forgot. It was a Rob Pattinson movie. The guy from Shovelface from Twilight.
Yeah, I know who Rob Pattinson is.
So
Shovelface
the whole
from
movie
Twilight.
is his girlfriend trying to get him to talk to his estranged father, and him and his father start to actually talk. So he goes to visit his dad at work, and then you find out that his dad works in the World Trade Center. And it was the ending of the movie is basically well, life sucks, and then this happens, and it was wow, what a crappy way to end a movie.
Oh, it was Remember Me. Oh, I do remember this now.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Because it had Belle from Once Upon a Time in it.
Oh, okay.
And this was straight up right off of the hype of the first Twilight movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the pieces of trash that he took in just to be like, I'm Rob Pattinson, come see a movie. Here's my forehead.
All right, everybody. So we got new releases here now.
Do we?
Yeah, new releases, man. We're back. We're back on that train.
Yeah.
Back in the
New release.
Back streets back. All right.
We went two different places with that.
Yeah.
We did, but they both
Ended up being back
they both
to the
corresponded.
new releases. Devon, what's the new
Bye.
release? You made
I mean, wrong boy band, and it doesn't make any sense because we just started this. At the end, we can sing that.
Okay,
Oh,
all
that'd
right.
be perfect.
It ain't no lie.
God, what's the first new release?
All right, so
Before I walk out of this.
new releases. We have Archie 1941 #1 comes out this week.
Oh, that'll be very patriotic.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna be actually considering it's actually you know what that we're talking about it actually makes sense. It's they're releasing it. It's the
World War II, right?
Yeah, World War II. It's in December 1941 was when we got into the war because of Pearl Harbor, which was what? Oh, you're looking at me puzzled I'm making.
I was thinking of my next sentence.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So actually, that ties in because that was the first attack on America. So yeah, they're doing a story. It's the Archie gang. Jughead, Archie, Betty, Veronica. And they're dealing with Pearl Harbor happening and World War II, and I'm imagining Archie and the gang are going off to war.
I really want Veronica to be like a nurse. I don't see Veronica Lodge in a.
No, but Betty will probably be in the factory,
girl,
yeah.
But I totally see Veronica on the battlefield, doing nurse things.
I don't know. I don't see Veronica being in the middle of battle. Maybe she's like off the battlefield nurse. I don't see her being there in the thick of it. She's not that type of character.
It's also Mark Waid, right?
I believe so. Yeah. Yeah, it's Mark Waid. But yeah, it's because the Archie originally premiered in the 50s, so it's gonna be a nice, interesting take to see how they rate these characters, how they react to these things. But yeah, that's it's out this week, and if you're Archie fans and you're history buffs, this might be a book to check out.
Yeah.
So. Woo. Yeah. Next up, we have a new book by Warren Ellis called Cemetery Beach. It's a sci-fi book. It's put out by Image. Basically, it's the main character he's trying to escape from an off-world colony by himself on foot. Think of it as like Logan's Run almost, but like Warren Ellis style. From what I can tell, like from what the previews show, the book starts out with him getting like interrogated and tortured, and eventually breaking out to try and make his run to get off the planet.
Try and
or
make his Logan's run.
Oh, you're the pits.
Oh.
Ooh.
What? I'm the what?
You're the pits.
You're the pits.
Is that? I don't
You're
know.
not. You're not aces, is what he's saying.
Okay.
You're the opposite of aces right now. You're
bee's knees.
deuces.
Bees knees.
Bee's knees.
No more Mr. Nice Guy.
What an interesting
No, no,
book.
Mr. Nice Guy.
That's what this podcast is going to be. It's going to be us singing random songs throughout the whole thing.
I said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Such a fine girl.
You can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you'll
you'll
find you get what you need.
You okay, Steve?
I need wine. Lots of wine.
We're just going to have a karaoke night on the podcast. We're going to put out an October Country Comic Sings
Oh my God,
album
stop
where it's
it.
just us doing karaoke.
No.
Oh my God! You think we could get? You think you could work fast enough to release it at the same time as William Shatner's new album, Shatner Claus?
Shatner
Is that
Claus.
really a thing?
Yeah, it's called Shatner Claus.
I quit.
Jingle bells, jingle bell. I've actually listened. I've listened to his version of Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. It's so
Why the
bad.
hell is that on a...
No, he thinks he's just saying in
Because-
general.
Oh, I thought that was on the Christmas album.
No, it's just he just does
Oh my
covers
God, I
of
can
stuff.
actually
And
sing
he's
a Christmas
Mr.
album.
Tambourine Man.
I did like his version of Rocket Man, though.
I'm a rocket man.
I don't know why. It just entertains me. It entertains me.
It's not a
Why?
good entertainment. It's like
no, it's not
so
a
bad.
good.
It's
just
good.
I enjoy it because it entertains me.
What's next?
Yeah. Okay. So Warren Ellis horror book Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's
What?
Heroes?
No,
I
not
heard
horror,
Devon-
not Hogan's Heroes. What is? Do you listen when
You
No.
I
guys
talk?
watch
What a-
Hogan's Heroes?
What
I
about
did.
what about
Hogan's
Chi-
Heroes is a great show.
what
I
about
liked
China
it.
Beach? Is Dana Delaney going to be in it too? That was a nighttime soap for you too.
I don't think there's much we can say about this book. I think we've proved that.
It's Warren Ellis. It'll be good. It's a horror. Is it a horror book?
It's a sci-fi book,
Close
man.
enough.
Sci-fi.
Anyway.
Sounds
Or
fun.
sci-fi.
All right. Next up, we got Fantastic Four 2 comes out.
Woo!
Are they back on Earth yet?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I don't
mean-
think so. I don't know.
No, he said they'd reunite in the third issue.
I thought it was like the fifth.
No, the
No.
third.
Because we haven't been dragged out with
no,
this long enough.
because the third is supposed to be their start of the new arc with the Fantastics or
No,
something.
that's number 4.
That's
Oh,
Number
Either
3
way.
is the one that has every member who's ever been on the Fantastic Four in it.
oh,
So it's
that's
like
gonna
them.
be a large book.
Yeah, it's
surprisingly,
them.
they've had a few members.
It's all them getting together and fighting the good fight against whatever's keeping Reed and Sue from getting home.
Are they gonna wear Are they all gonna wear like a 4? They're gonna be like, we're all the Fantastic Four. There's like 20 of us.
soon to be
Yes.
known as the Fantastic 80.
The number of members on the team are divisible by 4. That's what matters.
Yes, indeed,
Oh my
indeed, indeed.
All right.
We actually have an odd number. Well, that character has to die then.
Well,
You're the guy
They
who
might
gets
as well
to go
be
out
wearing.
there first.
I was gonna say they might as well be wearing the red uniform.
let's draw sticks to see who has to leave.
So what do you got? I mean, what do you guys think? You excited for Fantastic Four? Are you excited to see where it's going?
I'm interested to see how Reed and Sue show up and be like, "Hey, we back, we here. What up, fam? Let's do it."
I just want them to look around and be like, "What the ever loving hell happened?"
That's true.
That's all I
A
want.
lot's happened.
They've
since
missed a
they're
lot.
gone. Are they gonna come back
No,
as
but you-
Infinity War's happening?
No,
Who the hell
I don't.
knows?
I don't know.
Or Hunt
what-
for Wolverine? Like, there's so much big stuff happening.
Yeah, but
Well, here's
Wolverine didn't really
we don't know when all this is taking place. Like, we'll know once everything wraps up.
Yeah.
But no, but seriously, and honestly, what are Reed and Sue really gonna say? Because really, when you think about it, they're coming back and everything's already fixed.
They're gonna look at you.
Steve's back.
They're gonna look at you and say,
Iron
"You're
Man's
welcome."
back.
Well, yeah, but they're
Thor's
coming,
back.
They're coming back, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, but were they here when they brought the original X-Men into the?"
Yeah.
Okay, so they're gonna come back, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, guess what? Somebody's murdering the X-Men, and the Infinity Stones are back. So we're trying to
Yeah, but
mess with that."
I feel like certain things are gonna be already wrapped up when they're coming back because I think there's gonna be
Aren't the issues coming out like a month apart?
Yeah, but stories are happening at different points in time. Like I think most of Hunt for Wolverine and Return of Wolverine happens before Infinity Wars.
And
Well, yes.
before X-Men, yeah.
Unless he gets captured at some point during Infinity
well, no, he's
Wars.
free during Infinity War.
Yep.
We don't know that though. We don't know if him getting captured is afterwards or not.
That's true.
We don't know when anything's. But again, like I feel like what are they gonna say? Like as far as like the big three goes, like what are they gonna say? They're gonna come back and they're gonna be like, oh yeah, hey Steve, you're the same. Tony, you're the same. Oh Thor, you have a gold arm. When did that happen? Like that's the only thing they're gonna notice. They'll be like, oh yeah, you have a gold arm for some reason. What happened? Next up on the new releases, we have another book spinning out of the Sandman universe. Titles House of Whispers.
Ooh. What's this one pertaining to?
This one is actually dealing a lot with voodoo, as someone has corrected me.
Look at you.
I really thought you were gonna say.
I was gonna say voodooism.
I go back and
I was
forth
gonna say
for, like...
voodooism, but I felt like taking that away from Steven. But yeah, no. So
and he even gave me props for it too.
Look at you.
But no, yes. It's gonna be dealing very much within the voodoo pantheon. It's gonna
You could
be.
have said mythos too.
Oh yeah, well, I was looking for the word. Oh yes, it's gonna be dealing much with the voodoo mythos. With the so yeah, House of Whispers is gonna be dealing with a lot of the voodoo followers worshiping the House of Whispers, which is the home of a voodoo god. From what I can tell, the basic premise is that the voodoo god sees that there's mortals trying to read from a spell book that could unleash basically pandemics of sickness upon the world. But unfortunately, the voodoo goddess can't do anything, mainly because she can't interact with the mortal plane, and also her house is being shuffled throughout different dimensions. So it's going to be a lot of... I'm guessing it's going to be a lot of people who believe in her, giving her the power to be able to fix things and such and forth. I'm not sure how voodoo works. You'd have a better idea of how it works.
The book didn't give me much of a look-see. You know, right now the book that's really kind of following voodoo or voodoo enough is Sandman. Like Christos Gage did his homework. What?
You said all kinds of the wrong things there.
Why? What are you talking about?
I think you meant Shadow Man, and I
said Shadow Man.
No, you said Sandman.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And then you said Christos Gage and not Andy Diggle.
I meant Andy Diggle. I'm tired. I'm sorry.
So checks. Will, you're gonna have to edit this.
Okay, so let's start that sentence over. Yeah, right. The book that's more so following voodoo belief and kind of the fun mystical aspect of it is Andy Diggle's Sandman. Oh my god, I did it again. Just leave it. Just leave it. It's fine.
I wasn't actually gonna cut it out.
Beautiful.
Okay.
No, you were gonna cut
I'm tired. I'm sorry.
Andy Diggle's
Shadow Man.
There we go.
Wow, that was difficult.
Got it.
I just wish that the book gave me the name of the being, because I'm curious to see if it's a real.
It does. I don't know how to pronounce the name.
Okay, because I tried Googling it, I couldn't find it.
It begins with an E, and I'm afraid to butcher it.
I tried looking it up before the show, and I couldn't find anything.
Well, listen. I mean, look, everyone who, if you're big Sandman fans, you know this is the next offshoot of the Sandman universe. Check it out. It should be.
It'll be a good Halloween book too.
Yeah,
It'll
definitely. It's definitely tis the season.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have Iceman #1 is the next new release. Iceman #1 is back and just in time because he has to save the Morlocks from another mutant massacre.
Another one.
Another one. And Bishop's guest starring.
Hooray.
Along with a super secret reveal villain who is the one who's going to be trying to kill the Morlocks. I don't really understand what what villains' obsessions with the Morlocks are.
Just leave
leave-
them
yeah.
alone. Yeah,
Really,
man.
leave the
What are
Morlocks
they
alone.
doing,
What are they
man?
doing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, what is happening? And
That's
I
the only
honestly-
way X-Men writers can bring them into the fold
Yeah.
again.
I didn't even.
Someone's always trying to kill them.
I
Yeah.
also didn't even know like the Morlocks were still around at this point because Callisto's in jail. So I want to know who the hell's defending them.
Wouldn't it be Caliban? Isn't Caliban always down there?
Caliban's dead.
Is he dead?
I believe Caliban is still dead.
When did he die?
Something to save Cable. Some nonsense. Caliban brings back Cable. After Messiah, whatever.
After Messiah, what?
Not Messiah.
Second Coming?
Second Coming, thank you.
He doesn't bring Cable back. Cable just jumps to the future. He didn't die.
Oh, Caliban's in that.
Maybe does Caliban die in Second Coming?
Maybe. I don't remember where Caliban pieces
I don't
out
know.
at.
I don't know. I can't keep track of what mutants are
Yeah.
alive or dead anymore.
Can we just start leaving them all? Jean Grey's back. Can we just
Unless
leave them all dead?
unless there's an event, I don't know who's alive or dead anymore.
Pretty much.
That's pretty much how I
And
know.
now we're gonna find out.
Yeah, I
Avengers
guess.
disassembled. Here we go.
X-Men disassembled.
Shoot.
Wow, we're all
We're really-
jacking this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bless the rains down in Africa.
Oh, bless them! Thank you, Betty White. Betty White, if you're listening, I love you. Not that you would be.
Maybe that'll break our funk. I don't know. Maybe it's this week
We're-
off. We
we're
can't do this
losing,
week off
yeah.
crap anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Just
having a moment.
messes up our groove.
Back.
Uh,
Oh, I already sang that. Back in
oh,
New York.
okay. Anyway,
Oh,
so yeah.
hold on. He dies in Messiah Complex. Comes
Okay.
back into Crochet. And then dies again. So he did die in Messiah Complex.
Messiah Complex.
Yes.
So he probably got killed by the Reavers.
Yes.
Yo, the Reavers
During
from
a battle with
Firefly
Lady
showed up.
Deathstrike and the Reavers, Caliban sacrifices himself to save Warpath by jumping into the God. Wikipedia is messing this up. Jumping into the path of line of bullets. That is the sentence. Good job, Wiki.
You remember in Messiah Complex when Laura had to protect the entire group of new X-Men against what was the thing that the Purifiers made? Some
it was the
it was like the creature that was like ripping
yeah.
apart.
It
that
was part Mercury, part like dinosaur.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I remember that issue where she was by herself and she's
She
like,
goes
"Yep."
Crazy Town. I love Laura. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So Morlocks are dying. Iceman's their savior.
Why?
I guess.
I guess.
I don't
Maybe.
know. I mean, listen, if you're an X-Men fan and Iceman's your guy,
Here you go.
There you go.
here you go.
Iceman
Um,
apparently needed a series.
And
Again.
I'm hoping that more of you Iceman fans come out this time than the last time, because this book's already been canceled once. They brought it back.
Not
Yeah.
long after.
Was it one of the ones?
It's been
though,
like
that
6
was doing-
months.
yeah. Was it one of the ones that was doing well, however, in trade?
No,
Weird. Okay.
I don't know why they keep trying to force
Because
an Iceman.
who's buying Iceman?
All right.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say this, and being a gay man, I feel entitled to, so I'm going to. What a useless character to do a book about. No. Devon's laughing, but in reality, you have Wicked and Hulkling. I would totally read a book about those two.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the thing. Why don't we just give what everyone's wanted for like the last 30 years and actually do a Firestar Iceman book? That would be an awesome book.
I'd read that.
and
That'd be
heck,
fun.
do Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Actually have the
That's
trio.
actually an issue, isn't it?
Yeah, they've done a couple
They
issues.
teased
Yeah.
it. No, they teased it for the
No,
new
but
run.
they've done it before.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I would love a Firestar Iceman book. I think that would be a cool team.
And she recently popped up in something too.
Yeah, she popped up in Extermination.
Thank you. I was trying to remember what she.
Or
popped
no,
up
it
in.
was
It was
Dead
something.
Ends. It was
Thank
Dead
you.
Ends.
I was
Yep.
wondering where
because
she
I
popped
forgot
up.
Tony was there.
Yeah.
It was Tony, Storm, and her. They had to stop the weird
Oh.
meteor things from crashing
But
into the X-Men.
No, this is you have gay characters. Nico Nico Wafer.
the Green Kid.
No, the girl. That's a Knoll.
Oh,
the
Noel's
girl
the
from
Green.
Runaway.
Oh yeah.
Nico?
Yeah, I think so.
People would totally read a book about her. Like, a Null I wouldn't read a book about. But North Star. But this is you chose this. For me, the thought process is, who wrote Scarlet Witch?
James Robinson.
Give me James Robinson as writer for a Wicked and Hulkling book. I'm sold. Don't give me an Iceman book that is just going to, unfortunately, take up space unless it's amazing.
So Iceman #1. Listen, if you guys are Iceman fans, come out, support the book. Give us a reason to carry it.
Also, literally, tell me
give them
why
a reason to cancel it.
No, tell me why I should care at this point.
You know, I mean, really.
Tell me why.
Oh my god, we already did that. We sang that song.
Ain't nothing but a heartache.
No, really, I would like to know from someone that's picking up the book why it's good, and that's not me like shoving all of my hate for why Bobby's gay now.
No, really. If you
I'm
like
curious.
anyone who likes Iceman, it's coming out. It's out this week. Come check it out. #1. He's saving the Morlocks. He's back to save the day. Bobby Drake, Iceman.
I hope it's Sabretooth killing them.
Why?
I just think that'd be cool. Because I always love the cover of Angel hanging there, and Wolverine and Sabretooth going at it.
That angel hanging there. That wasn't a.
That wasn't Fall of the Morlocks? What was
No,
it?
that wasn't Mutant Massacre. That
What
was
was
something.
it?
That was way before that.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, no. Mutant Massacre was like the 210s.
No.
Oh,
Oh, that's one where they're all like dead, and that shadowy figures over them, right?
All right.
Yeah, something
Anyway,
like that.
okay.
Okay.
Tell me at least we've got through the new releases so
No.
far.
So next up is Infinity Wars 3 comes out this week.
Lord. Infinity Wars 3. Yeah, let's go. I'm on the hype train. I'm reading that book. That's a book I read. Yeah.
You sound really not convincing at all.
Could you try to sell that to me again?
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
a
a
little-
book I read.
Maybe with a
No,
little
so
bit
listen,
more
we
yeah.
got for everyone out there who's maybe not caught up or anything. I don't want to spoil it,
Oh,
but
we're not going to talk about who Requiem is?
I'd rather not. That is a reveal. I mean, it's a reveal at the end of the first issue, but still.
Yeah, if
How-
you're reading it, you
How
know
it's
who
a
it is.
gender bend
Yeah.
version of Drax.
What?
What?
A gender bend version of Drax.
It's not.
I know, that was the fun part.
That's not even. Anyway, no. Requiem is wreaking havoc, destroying characters. Apparently, there's a lot of Avengers who are now dead. I don't know what's going on.
Like
She
you
was
do.
like, she took the
She-
stone and it's very obvious that Requiem is a woman.
Is it?
She takes
It is,
the
actually.
stone and from what I could tell, it looked like she made them like crush into each other and there
Yeah,
was a
she's
lot
just
of blood.
she's
It
literally.
looked like she made Doctor Strange and Captain America smash together into a big pile of blood. Like, are they dead? Was that what that was? I couldn't understand it.
I mean,
the
look,
art was so weird.
It's an Infinity story, so we know that no one's dying.
Of course, and also the Avengers book is like 7 issues in.
Again,
We're not ready to kill the entire lineup right now.
No, it actually has a lineup that's working for once.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
no, that lineup's pretty sick.
So yeah, I just wish they'd do something better with She-Hulk. Like I don't want dumb She-Hulk anymore.
No one.
No, but
no
now
one
she's
ever
dating
needs-
Thor.
No,
In
no,
the last
no,
issue, they started kissing again.
no one needs dumb She-Hulk. You need Jennifer to be fun and be Jennifer.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably because they wanted the Hulk, and whoever was running the book, maybe editorial, was like, you've got one woman on this book, so no. But they still wanted Hulk, so they just made She-Hulk Hulk.
I guess. I don't know. Either way, look, Infinity Wars 3 is out this week. So far, the first 3 issues, and I'm including the Prime issue, has been nonstop crazy ridiculousness.
Yeah, it's been pretty nuts.
Also, if you get a chance, pick up Thanos Legacy, which is technically an epilogue to what happens in Infinity Wars Prime.
What happens in Infinity War Prime?
Stuff that details Thanos and Thanos Legacy.
Go on.
Moving on.
So next up we've got the Journey into Mystery Krakoa, which is the living island. A lot of people will know from the X-Men books.
Krakatoa! Sorry.
Krakatoa.
That's
That's the thing Squidward shouts when he does the thing in the one episode.
I
of
don't-
SpongeBob.
Krakatoa is also an actual volcano. You know that, right?
No,
I would
did not.
not. No. I just know that's
Listen,
the thing
you do the
Squidward screams before
You do
his
the
volcano
podcast
head
with a
comes
lot of
out.
dum-dums. I don't know what you're expecting.
Anyway.
I mean, the chances of us knowing that were very slim.
Anyway. So the new there's a new Journey in the Mystery book. It's Journey in the Mystery, Birth of Krakoa. It's basically it's Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos are the first people in the Marvel universe to run into this creature. As I said, many of you know, this living island is basically responsible for the death of several X-Men.
Isn't it only two?
No, it's a couple of them, because that's also the island that killed Scott's brother, Gabriel. Vulcan.
The third Summers brother.
I thought, what's his face killed? Oh, that's right. That team. Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
entire team got
That
killed.
entire
when they,
team
yeah.
did it. Yes.
Yes.
I'm like, only two died.
No, that entire
Yeah.
team went. Oh no, actually not the entire team, because don't forget, Darwin lived.
Darwin lives.
Darwin lived.
Because he adapts.
He adapts.
Because Darwin adapts.
Not in that X-Men First Class movie. He didn't.
No,
he didn't.
that was a pretty cool way to bite it, though.
I think somebody said he shouldn't have died because he would have been able to.
He would have
adapt
been able
it.
to adapt to it.
I think the actor was like, that was dumb. I wanted to be Darwin. You should have adapted, or the director.
I also love how Bryan Singer was like, yeah, I didn't direct that movie, and I didn't really choose these characters, so they're all dead in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, that was depressing.
Just straight up, just killed off some of the best X-Men characters. Two of them.
Convinced
Which
Emma's
ones?
Kicking.
He killed Banshee off screen, and he killed Emma Frost off screen.
That's
I'm
right.
Still convinced Emma's kicking somewhere.
Banshee.
I think you're gonna find. I think
Banshee.
you're gonna find Emma recast and brought into Gifted, especially with the Stepford Cuckoos.
Here, you know what? It doesn't matter at this point because
Yeah.
we're getting the X-Men Marvel franchise
That we
in the
deserve.
movies soon. So
Anyway,
who cares?
this island that's living
Yes.
and has
so
slaughtered many X-Men.
yes. So we're gonna get to see Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos deal with this in 1975, right in the smack dab in the middle of the Vietnam War.
And
So
for all
that
those
should be lots of
that
fun.
miss Nick Fury.
Hey,
Yeah.
some of these Nick Fury adventures have actually been pretty cool. I mean that the Venom Venom special they did, which they
You sold out of that, right?
yeah.
Are we getting-
Spoilers.
Are we getting
you find
second
out,
printings?
huh?
Are we getting a second print?
Probably. But spoilers. It's Nick Fury calling in Wolverine to deal with symbiotes, and you find
Symbiote.
out that Nick Fury and Wolverine have known about the symbiotes
Symbiote.
since the Vietnam War.
Oh wow.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah. And of course,
Nick Fury.
Yeah, of course,
Big
Nick
and
Fury is
everything.
he's a horrible person. He really is.
There's nothing good about who you are. or what you
Last
do.
up, the last big new release for the week is Red Hood and the Outlaws number 26. A lot of big changes in this. What was
What
that?
I've just been kind of running the train of making weird noises
Thank
of
you.
excitement afterwards.
Thank you, Peacock Man. Sounded like a peacock.
Anyway, so Red Hood and the Outlaws number 26 is out this week. A lot of big changes. New costume, new direction, new town. Same writer. So,
That was amazing. That was a great segue.
yeah, so
Not even
listen,
segue.
we're going to see what happens with Jason Todd now that he's not allowed back in Gotham. His team's
Why?
gone.
Because Bruce.
Because he murdered someone on live television.
Oh, we're
and-
not talking about that yet.
And you want to talk about it?
We don't have to. I'm just saying. I almost let it slip like 2 seconds ago.
Jason murdered someone on live television, and now Bruce is like, "Yeah, you're a murderer, and I don't want you in my city. I'm going."
Can
Good old
we at
Bruce.
least talk about how that issue ends? Because that's what I more want to talk about.
What?
Where him and Bruce go at it,
And Arsenal saves him.
Thanks for stealing my thunder. I thought that was an amazing moment. I was like, oh, this is exciting. I love that Arsenal saves him. He comes in at the last minute.
Yeah.
That made me very happy.
So I mean, there's a lot of big things that are going on. I'm actually more interested to see what happens with Artemis and
Bizarro.
because as of the last issue, which was the annual, they are stuck in not such good times right now.
I didn't finish the annual yet.
Anyway, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening. They'll be back, hopefully, because someone's going to have to pull Jason back from the brink, because this book looks like it's going to be a brutal book right now.
So it's pretty much a Robin meets the Punisher.
No, I think it's just Red Hood being the Red Hood that we remember him being.
Cool.
He's not pulling any punches. He's going to the town. He's cleaning up shop, and that's it.
Good old Jason Todd. Good old JT.
So yeah, I mean
JJ.
that's it for the new releases,
JT.
guys. Some big stuff, some interesting things coming out. Next up, we got some news.
News. We have news for you. I'll come up with songs later to put as a segue.
I didn't know what you were doing.
I can't think of a... Huey Lewis and the News was a really good band, guys. I can't think of a song that relates to news, so I thought of a band.
We gotta go back in time.
Gotta get back in time. I was thinking more along the lines of, it's up to be square.
Oh my god. We are not allowed to take another week off.
Taking care of business. There you go. That could be the news. That could be their news song. Like, as we go into the news, that could be our segue.
Taking care of business. We probably get in a lot of trouble for using it.
Just speed it up. As long as you speed it up, right, where we can use it.
If I modify it,
we can modify it, like speed it up, make it sound like Michael Jackson. Taking care of business. What's that look for?
Jamona!
Oh my god, what was the first piece of news?
Annie! Are you okay?
No!
First order news. News.
Gas.
We're starting off the day with some bad news.
Aww.
Some solemn, sad news here. Gary Friedrich passed away at the age of 75. He was the co-creator of Ghost Rider.
Oh.
Damn.
Yep, he's also known for writing Sergeant Fury and the Howling Commandos, along with some Uncanny X-Men and some other Marvel titles.
Just Marvel?
I believe he did some DC. I'm not sure off the top of my head what the DC books were, but yes, unfortunately, he did pass away, and very unfortunate. I think his greatest co-created Ghost Rider, and that's still one of the best characters Marvel has, supernatural characters Marvel has right now. So,
Rest in peace, my guy.
Yeah,
He's riding off with the spirit of vengeance.
he is the spirit of
He
vengeance.
is the spirit of vengeance.
He's one half.
Who's the other half?
Because he co-created him.
I can't remember who the artist was, but he was the writer of Ghost Rider. I can't remember who the artist was, but if they'll make one whole spirit of vengeance eventually.
Oh my
one day.
god, how terrifying.
It would be terrifying if that was real.
They should put out a one-shot now for him.
They'll probably have something in the
I
back.
know.
Oh, yeah, they definitely will.
Yeah,
They'll do what they did with Steve Ditko. Marvel really had a thing for Steve Ditko.
Marvel
They
had a
little,
very
like,
pretty thing
in
for
the-
Ditko.
Yeah.
DC was...
Did like a thing in the back of the books. They had like a Rip Steve Ditko and all the DC
I thought
characters
they're
he
They're
made.
like, hey, the creeper.
No, I liked their layout better, though. I liked DC's layout better.
Okay.
But they also did include, like...
Yeah,
Steve-
Marvel had like a little mini
It was,
book
like, 3
inside every
pages.
one of the books.
Yeah, well, Steve Ditko also, he did for them, he did the creeper and he did,
Hawk and Dove.
Bluebee.
The Question.
He
Did Hawk and Dove.
Hawk and Dove
and he
Question.
did the contemporary version of Blue Beetle.
So...
Right? He did Ted Cord, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Sounds about right. So, yes, another great
Yeah.
writer lost.
Wouldn't Jaime Reyes be contemporary or contemporary?
What
Version
did you
of
say?
Original contemporary, not new
Oh, okay.
contemporary.
Oh, my God.
Not new age contemporary.
That was
Okay.
a lot of words.
All right, so next up, we have a couple of things pertaining to the DC subscription service.
yeehaw.
Oh, what a great idea that is.
How much is that nonsense again? I stopped deciding if I'm doing it.
$7.99, $14.99, something like that. $9.99
For 14, even for 9.
I don't know, man. I mean, listen, we should all take a page out of Robin's book in that Titans trailer. FDC.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Really? You bleeped yourself?
I did.
Will could have bleeped you.
No, he's not, because he's not going to catch half the
Will is so
F-bombs
good.
he dropped.
Will is so
I
good.
always
Will is
get
so
'em.
good at bleeping you.
Yeah.
It just sounded fun. I had to.
Anyway, so the subscription service is supposed to launch on the 15th. So we'll see what happens. That's September 15th.
Do we think
We'll
that...
see. I'm kind of tempted, honestly, but I want
Are
to
you?
start because there's like a free trial, isn't there?
I don't
I kind
know.
of want to start when all of the stuff comes on because they're
Yeah, they're only going to run
publishing
the
it-
free trial for so long.
yeah, I know, but they're not putting anything like of note on until like December, I think. I think the new Young Justice season comes on in
Oh.
December.
Hold on one second.
What?
Speaking of that, do you know who's playing Raven's mother?
The actress who's playing her mother, I take it?
Yeah.
Who?
Shirley. Or Audrey.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why she's going to be at Baltimore?
Yep. I read it today. It said point blank that she was playing Raven's mother, and I was like...
Cheryl Fenn, right?
Cheryl Flynn.
Cheryl Flynn. No. Cheryl Fenn.
Is it Fenn?
Cheryl Flynn Boyle was
That's-
what's her name?
Anyway.
Yeah, so
I might still decide to meet her at Baltimore. I haven't decided.
Why?
Because I love
is-
her. Oh.
I'm so angry that Cyborg is on the streaming service, but he's on the wrong show.
Oh my god, we've already gotten
Really
into this.
angry.
it's fine. It's Cyborg.
They're gonna
want-
do a crossover,
They will
Will. Let it
never
happen.
put him on the Titans again
Why?
because they don't want anyone to remember he was on the Titans.
I remember.
Except
I was
anyone, all the
there.
kids that watch Teen Titans Go,
Or
or the
Teen
original
Titans.
Teen Titans TV show.
Or Reddit.
Yeah, but as far as they're concerned, Teen Titans Go doesn't count. So anything
Yeah.
in comics or anything like live action, they will never put Cyborg on.
It doesn't
Titans.
make sense.
It doesn't make sense because that's
Instead,
what
you get 2-bit
Cyborg is. A
Starfire.
Titan. That's who he is. Let him be the character.
Oh my god, it might be worth buying the streaming service just to see 2-bit Streetwalker Starfire.
I don't think that there's no amount of money that's okay for.
I don't know, I like trash.
I think free is still too much for that.
Aww.
But yeah, so in regards to the DC subscription service, to their streaming service, we've also got some big news about the Swamp Thing show.
I was gonna say, however, we were
Yes.
just like bashing Titans,
Uh,
but the
the
Swamp,
Swamp
Thing,
Thing
show,
thing's actually the show sounds really cool.
it really
Okay.
does.
It's gonna be the first episode or the pilot. I guess it's gonna be directed by Len Wiseman. He's best known for all his involvement with the Underworld series, the horror movies where vampires are fighting werewolves
with Kate Beckinsale.
with Kate
See,
Beckinsale.
Swamp Thing is a character you can create a TV show for. Harley Quinn, not so much.
Okay. However,
Just wanted to put that out there.
but no, I think it'll be a good horror. Like,
Yeah, and apparently it's going to be from what they're doing is they said that the show is going to be a hard rated R horror show.
I'm
Well-
not surprised. It's Swamp Thing.
it's also I thought I read.
Listen, if you watch the movie from the 80s,
Yeah,
you can
that's a
see how they
joke.
can really mess this up.
I hope Heather Locklear guest stars.
She's going to take the hallucinating pill.
Nah, she's in jail right now.
Is she really?
Heather
I don't know
Locklear?
if she's in jail. I know she got busted hard for DUI.
Oh, okay.
However, I did read that they were drawing hard for Morrison. Or
Why Moore?
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore. Come
Alan
on,
Moore.
man. Yeah.
No, I do still think it's Morrison. I thought I read somewhere
Alan
it was
Moore.
Morrison.
Alan
Oh,
Moore has
good.
the most definitive
Everyone-
run on.
Everyone's going to get molested by a satellite. It's going to be great.
Now, some other really cool stuff about the new Swamp Thing show is they actually casted Swamp Thing's longtime love interest, Abbie Arcane. She's going to be getting played by Crystal Reed. As many of you DC viewers know, she played Sophia Falcone on Gotham.
That actually makes me really excited for the show, only because she was a piece of work in Gotham.
Yeah.
Like, she was the only reason why I watched that season.
Okay.
Like, I caught it one day when I was cleaning or something. I left it on while I was cleaning, and I'm like, she does some stuff, and I'm like, who are you, and why were you not in this show sooner?
So that's so a lot of big things for Swamp Thing, for the DC streaming service.
Isn't James Wan producing too?
Yeah, James Wan's producing.
Super excited about that.
So anyone who's familiar with the Conjuring film series,
The Nun.
Conjuring, The Nun,
The
Annabelle,
Nun was so good.
the Insidious film series, James
Saw.
Wan is the Wan is the mastermind behind all of that, and he is the he's going to be producing and helping along with the show running of Swamp Thing.
The
So
director of that new
Aqua.
fandangled Aquaman movie.
So next up we got some big announcements for Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw. They're going to be doing the new Guardians of the Galaxy comic book coming out early 2019.
God, look at
Is
Donny
that
Cates.
the Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, that
Guardian.
already came out.
That already came out. That's written by Cullen Bunn.
Which was fun.
This is like a new Guardians of the Galaxy book.
Didn't they call it like the Fall of the Guardian or something like that?
No, that's a one shot that ties into Infinity Wars.
Uh,
Yeah, a Guardian will die before the end of the Infinity. Like that's gonna be like the only death that's gonna stick in Infinity
I
Wars.
hope
Who?
it's Gamora.
They're probably gonna kill Rocket. Because that's gonna be my luck. Like Rocket's one of my favorite characters. They're just gonna kill Rocket, and I'm gonna
Yeah,
be like,
it is
really?
your
Oh,
luck.
is that the thing? Is that one of the Guardians is gonna die, and they're gonna
Yeah.
be like, oh.
Yeah, the fall of a Guardian. I think is what the one shot's called, or a Guardian falls.
One of them kind of already fell, so
We'll
you
see.
know.
We'll see what
Didn't
happens.
two of them fall?
One of them quit,
Oh.
Okay.
and then one of them is.
I don't know what
So
that
anyway,
is.
listen. So this is spoilers for anyone who is who's reading Infinity or wants to read Infinity Wars. The new Guardians of the Galaxy book is going to be spinning directly out of Infinity Wars, and it's going to be dealing with. The first arc is going to be called Endgame, and it's dealing with the last will and testament of Thanos. And from what Donny Cates and Jeff Shaw have said, it's gonna be a crazy nonstop ride. Everyone's gonna be tearing apart the galaxy for whatever is detailed in Thanos' will.
Thanos has a will.
Yes.
They have space lawyers.
His attorney at law comes down.
Kyle.
So-
Thanos,
Kyle.
attorney at law.
So they said that there's gonna be a new team of Guardians building off of Donny Cates' Thanos book, where Thanos wins and all that and such and such. So it's gonna be pretty crazy to see how that all works out because
Once again, good for Donnie.
I, Thanos of sound mind and body, appoint Gamora as my arbiter
I
of the will.
Thanos of Mad Titan.
actually the arbiter of his will is his brother. I can't remember what his brother's name is.
Did they-
Essos or
did-
Essos?
Did they kill off his son?
Wasn't Essos a good guy though?
Yeah, Essos is a good guy, but he shows up in one of the books and he gets the. It's actually kind of crazy. Again, spoilers for anyone who hasn't read it yet, but in one of the Infinity War tie-ins, Essos shows up and he was like, "Yeah, I'm here to collect my brother's will because if I don't, people are gonna start murdering for it." And he rips out Thanos' heart and he's like.
Here it is.
And he pulls the will. It's like a metal whatever, I guess whatever he stored this will on is in his heart, and he rips it out.
I hope it's
Huh.
notarized. If it's not notarized, it's not legally binding.
So it's pretty cool. So I can't wait to see what Donny Cates does with that because it's gonna be insane.
Okay.
Everything this man is doing is like he's putting like. There's no question. Marvel's gonna have some of the craziest stories coming up in the next year or two. Between all the stuff that's going on with Venom, everything that's going on in space, everything that's I mean he's rewriting the Inhumans, the Guardians, all the Venom stuff. I mean this is insane. So I'm waiting to see what he does next.
We shall see.
Next up we have we had some big Captain Marvel news over the last week and a half. Captain Marvel for the movie. Entertainment Weekly did a big spread on all the new stuff that's coming out. They detailed some plot stuff. They showed us some pretty cool pictures of the Skrulls, of her in her full costume. Even I believe,
Fury.
what was that?
You saw Fury. You saw
Yep.
Paul. Yeah, Paul. Jude Law.
Yeah, Jude Law. We see him in his Kree soldier armor as well. So it's gonna be pretty cool. There's gonna be a lot of stuff going on. So what we've gathered from the story plot is that we're starting off. Carol. It's not an origin story. Carol is already. The movie starts off. She's in the Kree police force, which is it's called Star Force. She has her powers. She's with the Kree.
Is she gonna be blue?
No.
No, she's she's human. She's only part Kree, from what they're saying. She has Kree blood, but she's
Same way like Coulson.
no. Coulson got it because they needed to save his life.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Is it gonna be like my dad was a Kree?
Probably. But yeah, so right now, so we start off, she's already in the thick of it. She's already in space with the Kree doing stuff. She comes back to Earth because the Skrulls are launching an invasion on Earth. So she's coming back to stop it with the Star Force. So we've also
before. Yes, this does take place before.
this takes place in the 90s.
That's what I was forgetting.
So they also talked to Jude Law about it, and he's saying that the character he plays, because they haven't confirmed who he is yet, we're all pretty sure he's gonna be playing Marvel. So he said that his character is a devout warrior. He believes wholly in the Kree, Kree politics, the Kree way of life, and he's gonna basically stop at nothing to do what he has to do. But they've also said he's a very inspirational character, especially for Carol, because he's he's her mentor.
There's no way he's not Marvel, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's definitely 100% Marvel. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, you guys saw all the pictures and the article, and what do you think?
Definitely looks interesting. The Skrulls look weird.
Yeah.
Live action Skrulls look weird.
I don't know. They got the chin. That's all that matters. They got the chin and the ears.
They
Yeah.
got big old chin, big
And
old
they're-
ears, and
and
they're
they're-
green.
And they're wearing purple.
That's true. They're green and they're wearing purple.
So I mean, that's the thing. So
That's a weird. Yeah, that is a common Marvel color scheme: green and purple.
But I mean, how do you guys feel about
Green Goblin, the Hulk, the Skrulls. I'm sorry, we can move on. But yes, green and purple. They do that a lot.
But no, really. I mean, how do you guys feel about what they're doing with the story? I mean, what do you think?
I think it's interesting that they're starting like, screw the origin story. We're in it. We're into the thick of it.
Yeah, but they kind of did that with Spider-Man, and it worked out pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, now granted, this is a character that I kind of feel needs an origin story.
Because she's not as popular. Like, we've seen Spider-Man's origin,
Yeah.
100 times by now. So her origin isn't known. But I think that it's going to be kind of a newer standard for Marvel movies to start it out where, because we're like 20 movies in at this point, you know,
We got a lot
heroes
of
have been
back work to do.
around, heroes are doing their thing, and if we're going to retcon that one of them's there, we might as well not waste time doing the origin story and all of that junk, and maybe we'll see that as a new standard with the Marvel movies. But I think it's going to be, because if you look at it, most of the Marvel movies are the same thing over and over again. Infinity War was a nice change up, and also this movie is probably going to be different because she has to then show up in Infinity War Part 2, whatever that's actually going to be called, and not have aged a day. So we will see.
Why do you say that?
Because we've seen her on set for that movie.
Well, doesn't the cream
And she looks the same.
not part of her not age?
Calls just be part of her powers.
Yeah.
She just ages slower.
Yeah, but there's a theory she gets trapped in the quantum realm somehow, and when Ant-Man gets trapped in there, he's like, "Hey, who are you?"
Interesting.
Yeah, but then that doesn't track with Nick Fury having the beeper.
Unless he doesn't know she's in the quantum realm.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of stuff they're gonna have to tie up with this movie, especially how they did that.
Also,
ending
why
scene.
would he not have called her sooner?
He might not be able to. He might. What's she care about what's going on Earth? Has nothing to do with the with. I mean, the only reason why she's coming back in the movie is because of a Skrull invasion. The Skrulls are direct enemies of the Kree.
Mm-hmm.
If she's on the Kree police force, she doesn't care what's going on Earth. She's got no dog in that.
She's part
fight.
human, so maybe she.
Yeah, but if she fights the Skrulls and leaves, you know, cosmic. You can only call me if it's a cosmic problem.
Yeah.
I mean, at the time, there really wasn't. Battle in New York. It was everyone kind of got blindsided. It wasn't like they really knew what was going on.
That's true.
Yeah,
But
and you don't
Nick
know how.
got out without just seeing people disintegrating and was like, "Here you go, click."
We'll get the. Well, what was it? One of the Easter eggs for Avengers is one of the Thanos' children has her costume wrapped around his waist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
In
You
what?
see it in the New York scene in the beginning of Avengers.
No,
Avengers Infinity War.
Part 2?
One of the
Part
one
2
of-
or Part 1?
Part 2
Okay.
or Part 1. Sorry.
Yeah.
One of Thanos' children is wearing her symbol wrapped around his waist,
Huh.
and everyone missed it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
It's one of them. It's in that scene with Iron Man, Doctor Strange,
Oh, okay.
Spidey, and Wong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wong.
And when you see the children, the one guy has her her symbol wrapped around his waist. I'll see if I can find it quickly.
Okay. Well. So yeah. So there's a lot of really cool stuff coming up for Captain Marvel. It comes out in March. We have yet to see a trailer. New York Comic Con's coming up in a couple of weeks, so I imagine we're getting the trailer drop there. Have to. All right, so another big shared universe news here. Kind of, sort of. Mattel Toys is going to be launching their own movie studio for their own properties.
Wow.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I know you can't wait for that Barbie movie.
Oh boy. Do they own that?
Yeah,
Oh.
Mattel owns Barbie.
Really? The whole podcast we've been singing songs. He says Barbie, you don't automatically chime in.
That's what I was
with-
waiting for.
Come on, Barbie. Let's go, Barbie. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
No.
Come on, Barbie. What? Oh, I'm a
I would
Barbie
imagine
girl.
you would have.
That's part of the song.
That's part of the song.
Okay.
I would
In my
imagine
Barbie
you would have. That was the
world.
song you
I
wanted.
figured you were just gonna chime in with "I'm a Barbie girl."
wrapped in
but-
plastic. It's fantastic.
You know, Mattel sued her.
Aqua?
Yeah, they actually sued her because they said the lyrics were overly sexual.
That's amazing.
What?
Then yes, I knew that.
Yes.
And I knew, let me word that better. I knew someone sued them. I didn't realize it was Mattel.
But yeah, so Mattel's launching their own film studio, so they can focus on doing Masters of the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Barbie, Hot Wheels, and Thundercats.
Ho!
Imagine that shared universe.
I don't-
Barbie dolls. Ho!
I don't know if it'll be a shared universe as much as like they just want franchises
Yeah.
for He-Man.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they've been. You could do a He-Man
What?
Thundercats crossover. That'd be great.
Yeah, but like, what? Who would watch a Hot Wheels movie? What would a Hot Wheels
That's what
movie
I'm
be
wondering.
about?
I feel
Barbie makes sense.
I feel like for the Hot Wheels movies to work,
They're literally
they
just
have
cars.
Yeah, but for the Hot Wheels movies to work, they have to wait until Fast and Furious 10 comes out.
Oh my
Because
god.
really, Fast and Furious 10's the last movie. They have it mapped out. The story's done.
Oh, wow.
They're only filming the next two movies, and they
Been a long...
no. So really, for it to work, they have to wait till the Fast franchise is done.
Or Cars.
I
I don't know.
Cars has
I'm
to
worried
be
it
over.
could just be another speed racer.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they would do, unless they're gonna do it unless they're gonna make Hot Wheels like their Legos.
I can tell you right now,
That'd be
I
fun.
for sure am not gonna go watch a Hot Wheels movie.
Oh my god.
How do you know? Honestly, how do you know you're not gonna go see it?
Listen.
If it's like the Lego movie, if that's what you're talking about, then maybe. But no, I have
listen,
no interest. I hate racing movies.
I'm just telling everyone right now, the minute that the Barbie movie comes out, I'm ordering all of your tickets. Merry Christmas. You're welcome. Just saying. That got quiet and dark.
Because me and Will we're just like, no,
Yeah, you're
not
all going.
happening.
You're all
buddy.
going.
Now, if we're all gonna go see the live action Thundercats movie directed by Peter Jackson,
Oh God, no.
why?
Oh my God, that would be painful.
I don't even.
It'd be like a
know the
friggin'
Thundercats.
12-hour epic.
I know none of those. I was never into Barbie as a kid. I was never into Thundercats. I was never into Hot
Hold on,
Wheels.
stop. I want to point out that he was like he was like jumped on like I was never into Barbie as like that was his first thing. I'm like,
the first one.
you played with some Barbie dolls as a boy, didn't you? As a little
yeah.
boy.
Were they
you know
called
me.
action figures?
Barbie.
Did they have hair? Because if they had hair that you could brush,
No, he's
it
one of
was
those.
a doll.
He's one of those kids. No, they were the GI Joe's girlfriends.
I used to have a right when Android 18 became a thing for Dragon Ball Z. I actually found a like little Barbie doll that had a jean jacket. It was purple, and
That's
was
because
my
they're never
Android-
going to make an Android 18 figure.
They
Steve.
weren't. But that was my Android 18 figure.
Anyway, so we got the Mattel movie universe, which I don't know. It could be cool if they. I'd actually be really on board with a Thundercats or He-Man movie,
I would too.
like a good one, you know. And I want Skeletor to have that voice. I'm Skeletor.
and Mumbra, just sit there and mumble, and they go, ah! That's all I want.
Uh,
Oh, that hurt.
so that's no more news aside from the fact that they're establishing the studio. They want to do it. Hey, look, everyone thought Marvel was crazy when they wanted to launch their own movie studio after they had sold most of their A-list characters off, to Fox and Sony. So who knows? It might work, and especially since the He-Man movie doesn't get off the ground with Universal.
Yeah.
If Mattel has the money to fund their own projects, more power to them. I hope it works. I'd like to see good versions of these characters.
Who owns Voltron?
Voltron's Japanese.
It's an animu.
An Animu? You're an Animu. The wild Animu.
Moving on. Next up for all you Spidey and Dr. Octopus fans out there, Superior Spider-Man is going to be getting a new ongoing series this December.
Oh, is he coming back? Is he?
He's just putting on the Spider-Man suit again. Because apparently...
with his
I thought they
old Doc
killed
Ock
Doc
body?
Ock.
No, he's got the, what are you talking... He's got the clone body of Peter.
Oh.
That's his new body. He's in the clone body of Peter. That he got that at the end of Clone Conspiracy. He put his consciousness in the body.
Of course he did.
This series is actually spinning out of the Superior Octopus story, one shot that's actually tied into Spider-Geddon. So the basic premise of this is he's going to be doing his main goal is he wants to prove that he's the superior superhero. Like he doesn't want to just prove he's the best Spider-Man anymore. He wants to prove he's the best superhero. And that's basically what the book's going to be about. It's going to be written by Christos Gage and drawn by Mike Hawthorne. So I'm going to check it out. I think Christos Gage is a decent enough writer. It's not going to be cringeworthy like the original Superior Spider-Man stuff. So I'm looking forward to it. I mean, anyone here interested at all in the book, or
I like Christos Gage.
you gonna check it out?
I thought you were gonna say I like Christos Gage.
I thought about it. I was trying to think of something witty to say, and I couldn't.
I'm not a huge Spider-Man fan, but I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about Superior Spider-Man, so I think it's good that they are bringing him back.
Not for me.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You don't like Superior Spider-Man?
I really didn't. I really hated
Wow.
that book. I literally stopped reading it at issue 9, waited till they announced Peter was coming back, and then sat down and read all the way through after I got the issue when I knew Peter was back. So I knew what happened. I read the story, but I wasn't reading it month to month anymore. It just angered me.
Why?
You know what? It angered me the same way that a lot of people were angry about Cap being Hydra. It was just like everything about it. It just didn't make any sense. Like at least with Cap being Hydra, he acted like Steve. He still acted like Steve.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, you had God, I can't even remember the things that he was having him say to people. It just didn't make sense. Peter never said anything like that, and they were having him like, oh yeah, like I can't even remember. But it's like all the catchphrases that Dr. Octopus would say. And they're like, yeah, no, that's okay, Peter. It's not strange at all that you're talking like that.
Who was the first person to realize who it was? Was it Felicia?
No, she thought Peter just like snapped and like turned on her.
Oh, that's right, because he like gutted her or something.
No, he just smashed her face in and left her for the cops.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's when she turned into a villain again. Yeah, no, I mean, listen, I was just happy Peter was back, and even then, like after it being Peter, it was like it still felt off. Like all the way to the end of Dan Slott's run, it was so disjointed. So many stories like didn't feel fun, and it really, again, it's not. Nick Spencer is writing Peter fun again. Like he's like writing the character just to be Spider-Man. It's Spider-Man like everyone wants it to be, and it's him, being an adult and trying to make everything work again. So it's a fun book. But no, the long and short of it is I did not enjoy Superior Spider-Man. But this book I'm willing to give a shot because it's it's not him posing as Peter. It's clearly Dr. Octopus. Everyone knows who he is. So there's no
a lot of people running around that look exactly like Peter Parker now.
Morrison had some big announcements for his Green Lantern run.
Ooh. What'd you do? What'd you kick?
He like kicked the chair.
I
and
did
it
it by
startled
accident.
me. Clenching my pearls.
Martha.
I don't, Bray. I like that.
It was lackluster.
Oh, fuck off.
So next up, Grant Morrison was talking about his Green Lantern run. He's going to be expanding the Power Rings abilities. He had recently said in an interview that the Power Ring is not limited to making 3D constructs. He said the ring has the power to do almost anything. Calling it quote unquote a power ring wishing well.
Oh.
Okay. That could go one of two ways, either really good or really bad. Because it sounds interesting, but
I'd like to see what the consequences are.
Yeah. I want to see where that goes before I make any judgments.
I mean, it's Morrison.
It's
going to go in some like weird fifth dimension of your mind that
it's
all
fun.
craziness is going to happen. Just
fun,
lay back and take it.
But you know what? Here's the thing, though. It'll be, at the end of the day, you're going to get to the end of the story and go, oh, okay. I got that. Like, I understand what's going on. As opposed to,
Don't say it.
I mean, what do we got? Well, I mean, what's the verdict right now on Justice League?
Damn it. I really thought we were going to go one issue without this. I was so proud of us.
Horrible. That amazing
I'm
book?
being serious. I mean, what's going on right now in the grand scheme of what Scott Snyder's doing?
He's exploring the invisible spectrum. In terms of the lanterns, that's where he's going with it. It doesn't look like he's going to keep John as an Indigo Lantern forever, but right now John is stuck as an Indigo Lantern.
I mean,
because John is like, yeah, when I used to be a Green Lantern, I was like, don't act like this is like years in the future. This was like a week ago in your... Not even. This was like a couple hours ago in your time.
So yeah, look, I mean, I don't know, man. I have a feeling like when Grant Morrison does the grand, like, hey, I'm expanding what this stuff can do, and I'm going to do something different with it, you're kind of like, at the end of the day, you're like, okay, yeah, he's gonna do it, and when he's done, he's gonna put the toys back in the toy chest so other people can do stuff with it.
And no one's gonna be able to pick it up afterward.
What are you talking about?
I think he's gonna go crazy town banana pants.
Whenever he leaves a book, he always puts it back the way he found it, so people can. No, really, because look at his Batman run. there was a lot of stuff he did in his Batman run that they probably wouldn't have been able to do anything with if it wasn't for the fact that he tied it up in a nice bow at the end for the most part.
Little nice.
But I don't get that from Scott Snyder. I mean, he keeps trying to do these grand stories, and I'm kind of like, dude, you don't know what you're doing. Stop.
No, he knows what he's doing. It's just bad.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
I also want to try and defend Scott. Not, like, overly defend. I want to just know, like, I don't think he has half these ideas. I think they look at him and go, hey, Scott, so, for the summer, we need a big event. Huge. You have, like, 3 weeks to write it. You good? And he's like, yeah, of course, DC.
And then he
I don't
has to
wanna hurt
run
you.
home and ask his son, what would be cool?
Like, that's what I mean, though. I think a lot of some of what happens with him, it's pressure.
I also feel like when you look at the evil Batman, I feel like he sat there like
Those one-shots
were fun.
Most of them were pretty cool.
Yeah, but I really liked
look,
Red Death.
let's go back in time a little bit here. Again, let me point something out. Okay, Return of Bruce Wayne.
Yes.
When Grant Morrison was writing Return of Bruce Wayne, he was like, yeah, I'm going to do Return of Bruce Wayne, and it's Bruce falling through time. He goes, hey, guys, you remember that really cool line of action figures where it was Batman, but in, like, medieval times and, like,
Yes.
in the West and all these cool things? He was like, and it was, like, Western. He goes, I'm going to do that, but it's going to be Bruce falling through time, having different versions of his life. And I'm like, that's really cool. That's an awesome story. And then it was like, and somewhere along the line, Scott Snyder was like, yeah, but now they're evil.
Do-do-do.
Yeah.
Like, that's what happened. He's like, he walked into the office, he said, hey, Dan, Jim Lee, I got an idea. Yeah, what is it? He goes, you remember that story Grant did where he did, like, different versions of Batman when he fell through time? Yeah, now they're evil.
And they're all the Justice League.
And they're like,
They're all just Batman.
Well, we
With
need
being the
we
Justice
need
League
something.
members.
We got to compete with Marvel for the summer. How soon can we get it?
That's right. They were winning for a while when they were doing Rebirth, and then they fell off once Metals happened.
yeah.
Metals
Well, no,
ruined them.
well, here's the thing, though. You know what was funny? Do you guys remember? You weren't reading back at this point. You were when they did Fear Itself with Marvel. It was like they did a cartoon online. This is where I kind of like got my idea for my little riff on Scott there from this cartoon. It was a guy. It was Axel Alonso in the editorial office, and they were like, and Matt Fraction comes in. He goes, "Hey, I got this great idea for a summer event." He's like, "Okay." He goes, "All right, Matt, hit me with it." He goes, "Everyone gets hammers." Okay. He's like, and he goes, "Well, everyone gets hammers." And the cartoon's just going. It's just Matt Fraction be like, hammers.
Hammers.
And Axel Alonso goes, okay. He goes, how about we do this? We tie it into Thor, and it's just Axel like trying to like spin this story off of this idea. He's like, the hammers are have spirits in them, and they possess other characters. Does that sound good? He goes, does everyone still get hammers? Yes, Matt. Everyone still gets hammers, but we have to make a story. He goes, yeah, hammers. And
Let them all get hammers, man.
And I feel like that's what happened with Jim Lee, Dan DiDio, and Scott Snyder in this room. It's sitting there. It's like, and
Everyone gets an evil Batman.
Yeah, it's like everyone turns into an evil Batman,
And then at the end, everyone gets like 20 evil versions of themselves attacking them all at once. Because then like Wonder Woman, Cheetah popped through the portal, and weird Spider Flash came out.
You sit there, and you've got everyone sitting there. You got and here's the worst part about this. The worst part about this, I see Dan DiDio, and everyone stand back. I might get struck down for this. I see Dan DiDio being, out of the three of them, the voice of reason in this room, because you sit there and you've got Scott Snyder going, yeah, everyone becomes evil Batman, and then you've got Jim Lee going, yeah, and I can do cool covers like Batman riding a T-Rex. Okay, so guys, what's the story?
I don't remember him ever riding a T-Rex in that story.
The Jim Lee cover for number
Is
one
him riding a
is
T-Rex.
him riding a T-Rex.
You remember in The Omen,
Which one?
what the original,
Okay.
when the priest bites it and they play that like creepy opera Catholic church music? It's the generic Catholic Church opera music.
How did the priest bite it?
He gets skewered. Part of the church falls off and goes right through.
He's the one with the metal rod. Yeah.
That's not the point. When you sat there and you said, "Strike me down," that's the first thing I heard. And I might have looked up to see if there was something coming through the ceiling. Like, see if there was something by your head. I thought about taking a photo to see if it would come out a little blurry.
Thanks. But no, that's literally what it was. And I feel like most of the stuff I see Scott Snyder write is stuff that's already been done before.
And he's just trying to make it...
Like, okay, here.
We're going one issue without nagging on this man.
No. Because really, what's the next big thing coming up in Justice League? Drowned Earth. Gee, sounds a lot like Throne of Atlantis to me.
And that only happened a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Like,
what are you whispering into the mic?
I don't know what Throne of Atlantis is.
That was the crossover with Jeff Johns.
They made an animated movie about it.
Oh, okay.
The animated movie was actually pretty bad, though.
I didn't watch
that
it.
story was pretty bad.
Yeah, it didn't look really great. I've only read a couple issues from it. So I was buying the Justice League at that point, and I read their part of it.
Was Jim Lee still doing the artwork for that book at that point?
I don't know.
I think that was one of the arcs. No.
Throne of Atlantis was like right after the Justice League founding, though.
Yeah.
It was one of the early on issues.
It was the third arc. Because the second arc was the villain's journey.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, Throne of Atlantis. It was.
Moving on, we got to get to the.
All right, so last and final bit of news here. We've got a new book coming out from the co-creators of Wicked and Divine. Kieran Gillen and Stephanie Hans are going to be doing a new book for Image it's simply called Die.
Not Die.
No, just Die.
One die.
Just Die. It's going to be, and the reason why it's called Die is because it's going to be a book dealing with a group of teenagers who are playing a role-playing game.
Meddling teenagers.
So basically, from what the book sounds like, it's basically going to be like It meets Jumanji.
Oh.
So
that's what it looks like from the images you sent us.
Yeah, it's about a group of kids who they're playing a role-playing game, and they disappear. They disappear for like 2 years. They come back, and when they come back, people are like, "Hey, where have you been?" And they basically say, "We can't tell you. Like we can't say where we've been."
Go on.
So then like years later, when they're actually grown adults, they something happened. It looks like it's kind of like in it when like it comes back to haunt them, and it's like no. I guess like the tagline is like you don't escape.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a horror book. It's gonna be it's based on them playing an RPG. It's kind of like Stranger Things, but they've kind of dealt with the Kieran Gillen in the interview was talking about how a lot of books like will like lean into it, like they'll lean into the D&D aspect of it really hard, and it'll just be a D&D book, or they'll like do like lighthearted, like oh hey it's just kids playing D&D and haha kooky things and they're imagining things. He's like yeah no this is gonna be like a really bleak horror story. And
D&D gone wrong.
Yeah, basically, it's D&D gone wrong. It's, imagine if you were playing D&D and you got sucked into the world like in Jumanji. Yeah. And then it comes back to haunt you like It.
Oh my god, I'm just imagining any of the creatures that we've come across in the vampire game.
Listen, this
any of the creatures I've come across in the vampire game.
In Vampire the Masquerade.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
that was a very interesting game.
You want to listen?
Anyone out there who does play role playing games, if you play Vampire the Masquerade, do not, under any circumstances, in your game, go to Walmart at night. That's all.
When you have Auspex. When you have
just in general. Just don't go to Walmart.
It didn't affect anyone other than me.
It could have.
Okay, but I was using like third eye power.
Yeah, but there were also other characters in the group that if we had all gone, we all would have been like.
Well, it would have helped us if we all went.
Yeah, it's fine.
Instead, you just have a hand through your chest.
Someone had to be a jerk
Oh my god, I apologize. Never mind, we're not doing this on air.
Anyway, so listen. So Kieran Gillen, Stephanie Hahn's new book, Die, is coming out. It's coming out December. Sounds like it's gonna be really cool. All you role playing fans out there, horror fans, check it out.
And Stephanie Hahn's art is beautiful. I mean, for Christ's sake, that's a reason enough alone.
And Wicked and Divine is ending, so you're gonna need,
it is.
you're gonna need to pick up something new. So there you go. And that's that is how the news goes.
This is how we do it.
Yeah.
This is how we do it now.
All right.
That ain't no lie.
Baby, bye, bye, bye. What the hell is wrong with us?
There's a lot of things wrong with us. All right,
No,
everybody,
I
listen.
follow you.
That's been the October Country Comics podcast. This is Devon.
Well,
Lance Bass.
Really?
I don't know. It's
You
the
went
first
for
one.
Lance Bass.
well,
You
Lance
had-
Bass is the gay one.
I know,
Lance Bass
but
is the gay one, and I was also gonna do the other one from Backstreet Boys, Nick Carter. But then I was like, oh, that's right. He just got busted for rape allegations.
did he really?
Yeah,
He just
he's
got
going.
married.
No, he's going to court. Straight up, is going to court.
No way.
Yeah,
Are you sure?
positive.
Nick.
You sure it's not Aaron Carter?
No, it is
Yeah, I
Nick
believe
or
Aaron.
whatever the older one is. No,
All right.
no, Aaron Carter. Okay, yeah,
All right,
guys.
everybody, listen. Thanks for listening. Take care. Have a good one. And thank you for listening to the podcast.
As always, peace.